What's up, guys? It's Techno Viking 23 coming at you today with another Destiny video. Another video in my series, my new player guide, where we're taking you from level 1 to 20 through the Destiny campaign. Now you will see since last time I have managed to jump up to level 8. I did a little bit of patrolling to get to that level so I could show you guys the Devil's Lair strike on Earth. Actually got almost to level 9, which was kind of accidental. I just turned in some bounties I completed, but I want to go over a couple things. I did pick up some different weapons. I got a hand cannon from level 8, and then I managed to level up my new Void Fusion Rifle to level 70 attack. Also picked up a new machine gun instead of the rocket launcher. I got a couple new armor pieces here, so we're coming along nicely. About to hit level 9. Hunter's looking pretty good. Now, one thing I want to point out before you guys take on any strikes, make sure you visit the gunsmith in the tower and pick up either the special ammo synthesis or the heavy ammo synthesis. Special ammo will come in more handy for these lower level strikes when you're first running through the planets. Later on, when you're doing the strike playlist after you hit level 20, you'll want to use a lot of heavy ammo synthesis, so make sure you pick those up when you can. Hang on to them. Don't use them, in just regular missions and stuff unless you really have to. Try to save those and use those, for your strikes and your harder in-game content. But anyways, let's go ahead and jump into it here. Last episode, we actually finished up the last array on Earth, so we're pretty much done with all the story missions for now. All that's left is the 5th gold chest in the Devil's Lair. The fallen House of Devils in the Cosmodrome sustain their strength through a single exalted servitor known as Sepix Prime. Find where this Keeper of Souls lies and destroy him. So this is a 1 to 3 player fire team. This will do co-op matchmaking for you. And you get an armor upgrade and an XP bonus of 2200. Nothing too special there. You might get a nice green item from this at the rewards screen, which we'll see at the end. Later on, the strike rewards are much improved when you get to endgame. But so what's going to happen is this is going to put you into a matchmaking system here, and hopefully we'll get matched up with 2 other players that won't go AFK or quit, which is sometimes an issue with these strikes, or other times it just puts you in with 2 people. And at the early levels, these can be kind of difficult to complete, so you want to make sure you have a full 3-person team for these. If you're in a clan, do it with your clan. You guys will actually get an achievement for running a strike with all 3 members of your clan. But this is taking quite a while here. Also, if you want during these parts, feel free to use your microphone in the fire team voice channel. And you can see here, unfortunately, it's only matched me up with 1 other player. So this may
the fallen
not be ideal.
Continue to claw at the walls of our city unless we strike them down. Beneath the ruins of the Cosmodrome, in the shadow of an old colony ship, we've located the House of Devil's Lair, and the High Servitor, feeding them their strength. We must destroy this machine god, and send their souls screaming back to hell.
It looks like I'll be joining this in progress since there's only 1 ship in the screen here, which is going to not be that great, so I'm not going to get to show you guys too much. Okay, see, we're already at the boss fight here, so I will run through this again, but we'll go ahead and you guys can get... This is Sepix Prime right here. He's a giant servitor. His weak point is right in the middle, his eye or whatever you want to call it, right there. And basically this is the boss fight of the strike. And you will get here by going through a few different steps in the actual strike stage that unfortunately I'm not going to get to show you right now. I'll have to go back and play through it, but we'll go ahead and finish this out. We'll help this guy get his strike done and hopefully get some decent rewards from it. See even how he's hiding in the room back there. This is one thing I don't like about the matchmaking in this game. Just always puts you with seemingly terrible partners. Even when I'm running the rock strikes later on in the end game, I always get people who quit or AFK or hide the entire time. They're afraid to get killed, so it can be a bit of an annoyance. This video is actually going to turn out to be a lot longer than I thought it would now. But you basically just want to continually try to damage this guy. Now, throughout this fight, there are going to be enemies that spawn, little mobs that come after you. And you're going to want to make sure you take them out as soon as you can, because if you get overwhelmed with mobs and additional adds, you're going to just be guy's lagging all over the place. Pretty poor connection here for this. See, I don't know what he's doing. He's back in there hiding. And we got disconnected. Great. Oh, Bungie, you gotta fix your Destiny servers. This just happens way too often. And anytime there's a problem, of course, they always tell us it's our network, or it's your network. Fix your network. Why don't you fix your network, Bungie? So again, we'll sit through some more menus. For a next-gen game, this game sure does take its sweet time loading up everything. Well, hopefully we can get back into that strike and we can get a full 3-man team and start from the beginning, because I really don't want to have... I wanted to be able to show you guys the entire strike, not just the boss fight. So, jump back in with our level 8. This is just another reason it's good to have friends on this game that you can play with. It makes things a lot easier. But if you don't know anyone or have anybody to play with, you're going to be kind of at the mercy of the matchmaking system. So let's go back into Devil's Lair again. Hopefully we can get a good 3-person fire team this time. The problem with these strikes early on is you can't do a whole lot of damage at level 7 or level 8, or level 9, whatever. So if you don't have a full 3-person team, it's really difficult to damage the boss, DPS down the boss, and damage the ads and everything. It just makes things go so much quicker if you have the full 3 people. And that's a little bit true later on. Like when you get to the end game strikes and you're doing the Rock playlist or the Tiger playlist, you can actually solo quite a few of them. The boss takes you a while to damage, but you know, you can actually at level 30 or level 28 or not 29, you can actually go through and solo most of it. And it looks like this time we got paired up with 2 guys.
The fallen will continue to claw at the walls of our city unless we strike.
And you can tell when this screen shows up, if 2 other ships join you, then you know you're going in 3 people right at the start. However, if you stay single in this screen and fly in yourself, then you know you're joining a strike in progress.
We must destroy this machine guard.
Come on, let me start from the beginning. Doesn't look like it. So it looks like we're joining in progress again. This is really frustrating because I wanted to start at the beginning. And, okay, we're at the Devil Walker already. Oh, jeez. Alright, guys, so it doesn't look like I'm going to have much luck getting into an actual team that's at the beginning. I'm going to go ahead and switch over to my sniper rifle real quick here. Kind of show you guys this part. Now, this is a Devil Walker tank. This is about 3/4 of the way through the strike. You get to this zone here, and you've got this big tank. You can only damage him in the legs. You see these yellow, you want to try to hit him right there. And what's going to happen is when he gets damaged enough, he's going to fall down, and he's going to show this little, his hood's going to pop open and show that little red spot. And you want to hit that. Let me switch to a heavy special ammo since I'm out of special already. Now watch your radar when you're up here. If you're using this as a sniping spot, you'll see a little dot over here. There are some fallen that will spawn over here, and they will jump up on the roof and try to kill you. You can see there's a captain. And a vandal that comes up there as well. So we got the vandal. Tell you what, I'm just gonna mow him down with my heavy machine gun here. Now these guys are trying to get him from over there, which isn't, you can do it, that's a viable spot if you just have a regular weapon you're trying to whittle him down with. The safest place is right here. If you come over to this rooftop, you can hide right between these solar panels, and usually he won't pay any attention to you. But again, you want to go for those legs. It's really the only place you can score significant damage on this tank. Now you can actually blow the, you see he's got that little energy turret up on, you can blow that off of him, but it takes a long time, and it's just, in the overall scheme of things here, it's just not worth it. So we're going to keep shooting any of those legs that he's going to let us take a shot at. And eventually these will explode and do a little bit of extra damage. And you can see I'm out of special ammo. That's why I said bring those special ammo synthesis. Okay, he is actually going to fire at me. But see, if you back up enough, you're protected. That normally will one-shot you. If you're accurate, you can sit here and try to whittle him down. Doesn't really work that well. So since I don't have any special ammo, and I don't want to have to wait 5 minutes for another one to recharge, I'm going to go ahead and show you guys the other spot where you can kind of get damage on him from. Here, actually where these guys are, and we're gonna come right into this corner. You stay right here, you're gonna crouch, and you're gonna sit here, and you're just gonna shoot at his legs. Now if you stay in this corner right here, he actually cannot hit you with his giant, this beam he tries to fire in here. It's just gonna hit the wall. Now if you go down there, and you're in that area, he can actually shoot it in here and kill you. But if you stay right here, you got a nice clear sight line on his legs that you can usually take advantage of. I don't know where our third guy is, what he's doing, but you just want to sit here, and it's going to take a while, but you just want to whittle him down and then try to get shots on his the middle section there, which can be difficult from that angle. Toss a grenade there, and you got these guys over here shooting at you too, so he's back on his feet, so I'm going to come back here. And you can see he's got that, because I ran out in the hallway, he was able to actually aim all the way down the hall and almost take me out. Now part of the problem is now his front two legs are gone, so it's going to be a little bit more difficult to get damage on his back legs, which is why I like to sit in the back and snipe. It's a lot easier to get damage on more of his legs if you stay back in one of those two sniper positions I showed you, but the problem when you're in early levels is just keeping ammunition. It's very difficult to have a lot of sniper ammunition without popping those special ammo synthesis every 5 minutes, which one of the reasons I don't like doing strikes at these early levels. They do take a long time, they're very time consuming, and the rewards, just to be honest with you, are not worth it. I just wanted to show you guys the strike. Okay, I thought he was down. He's not down. Let's see if we can get out here. You see, you can get killed really fast by that. His cannon there. Oh, see, there we go. These are just a pain in the butt when you're early on, but I'm trying to show this to you guys to kind of give you the experience. Now what you missed out on before this happens is there's actually, you start in the rocket yards and you go through a section where you have to, basically there's 3 waves of enemies that you'll fight, of Fallen, and then the Hive will come in for a little bit, and you've got to basically defend you've got to defend Dinklebot while he tries to take down this wall of laser mines. See, here's part of the problem. There's only 2 of us over here working on it, and then you got this guy over here. I don't know what he's doing. He's fighting off. You don't need to be worried about the ads in this part. You just really need to be focused on this tank. Now, if you shoot the destroyed legs, you can get a little bit more damage, but you really want to be trying to concentrate on those legs that are still 100%. You still have the covering on them with the little yellow dot on them. So that's really the only way you're going to get significant damage on this tank. If not, it's going to take you forever to actually kill this guy. So this is just, I'm going to try to use some heavy ammo here because I just want to get this finished. And you get kind of spoiled because when you get down to the, later levels, this tank really goes down quick. On my Titan with my Black Hammer sniper rifle, I can solo this thing by myself in about, 20-30 seconds. So it just takes forever when you're low level. And again, see when you get this corner, that's the only drawback of over here is he's always going to hide those legs from you. You can't get shots on those other. This is taking way too long. I'm going to do something really stupid here. I'm going to run all the way. There is another room over here. If you want to be really brave, you can go sit in this room over here, and I'm going to get killed. Yeah, figured as much. If you can take your Sparrow and get into that room, you can kind of run up a stairwell before he can shoot you. But this is really, really bad gameplay for this strike. This is terrible. what I was saying is right here you can just use the stairwell here. You see that red laser, run upstairs as fast as you can so you don't get killed. And you got that vandal sniping at you. Yeah, this is just not working out very well. Oh, look at that, 5 minutes has already gone by. Take out the whole. God bless it. This is going so well. I can only imagine how the boss fight's gonna go. I hate these captains. They just will not. God, leave me alone, dude. I'm trying to shoot the damn boss, not you. Now, if you have a good team on this strike, what'll happen is you'll get usually one person will be in each position. Like you'll have one person across where I was crouching before, and then you'll have the other two guys will be back in the back sniping. And basically what that'll do is, when you're in a strike, it's very important for people to stay spread out. You see those two guys are over there in the same place, so the tank is constantly going to be focused on that one place since most of the fire is coming in on him from there. Which is nice though, because they're keeping his attention. I'm able to actually get some damage on this back leg now. The only problem is I got the stupid vandal up there who's sniping at me. There we go, finally he's down. Now that vandal who's up there, you can kill him, but he's like, the walls are kind of bugged, so, God, this captain is just, It's like, dude, freaking chill out. Captains have got to be the worst enemy in this game. One of them. They're right up there with wizards. So after you finally manage to bring this tank down, look around, try to scavenge some ammunition if you can, because you're going to need it for the boss. Get out here and grab some special ammo. And now we're going to go take on Sepsis Prime. We've only got one guy. Did the other guy quit? Is he up here already? So, moral of the story is, guys, if you are appropriate level to go on to the next planet, just go ahead and do it. These strikes at this level on the stage are just a waste of time. And look at this guy's going to go hide in the corner. See, one of these days, I'm gonna get some good teammates in these things. What I think I'm gonna have to wind up doing instead of just oh, here's the 5th gold chest when you come into this room. You can grab it during the fight. You can grab it at the end. You know, after you kill the boss. I just go ahead and get it now since this is probably gonna take a while. Get that. It's usually yeah, you get a sparrow when you're on Earth. You get a. So after you kill all the ads in that room. Then Sepsis Prime is going to come out of his little stasis mode. Now, if you want to play it safe, you can stay under this catwalk the entire time. And you can usually get good sight lines on him. He can also shoot you, so be careful. But a lot of times the ads will leave you alone. They'll very rarely come down here. And you're kind of free to just take shots on him. As you can see, he's going to concentrate on whoever's doing the most damage to him at each time. So that's another reason you want to keep your team spread out. So that you can make him, you know, he's not concentrating on your entire group at once. You want him to be constantly switching back and forth. Like, see, he's aggroed on me now. I'll go duck behind here. He's gonna morph over. But now he's aggroed on this guy up here on the left, so it gives me a chance to get in some shots. It's very important to learn that mechanic later on for other strikes. You spread out your team, you can kind of confuse the boss and keep him looking back and forth. The bosses in these strikes really are not that difficult to deal with. It's always going to be the ads that spawn in during the fight. Certain missions are worse than others. This one's pretty easy. There's only some fallen that'll show up every so often, and a ship will drop off a couple of rounds of them, but they don't come too often to where they're a problem. You can usually deal with them as long as your team is paying attention, you can deal with them pretty fast. Now in other strikes, like the strike on Mars, the Vex strike on Venus, the ads just don't stop coming. They're just on these consistent waves. They constantly come and they come and they come. The Mars strike, if it goes on too long against Fogoth, actually the ads will quit coming and you'll just be fighting the boss, but you should be able to beat that one fast enough to where it's not going to make much of a difference. Now some of these strikes, they are the only way to get that 5th gold chest on Mars, or not Mars, the Moon. The 5th gold chest is actually in the strike. It's in the boss's lair, which you can't get in there unless you run that strike. And then on Venus, the 5th gold chest it's in an area that's in the strike. You can actually reach it through patrol mode. And then I'm trying to remember, on Mars, I don't believe you have to do the strike to get any of the chests. Mars, most of the chests are in free roam areas. But what I'll do is, after I get this guy to level 20, I'm going to have to do some in-game strikes anyways to show you guys gear progression and how to, you know, get marks and things like that so you can buy better gear when you're in the in-game. So I will just probably do some strikes at that point, and we can go through these again, and it'll be a lot more smooth and efficient, and I won't have to do this super long, you know, 20-some minute video to highlight what I want to talk about. Right now you're just kind of getting a crash course. You see this, sometimes, like I said, the little guys will come down in here. Not too bad, I'm just out of ammunition right now. This doesn't bother me more than anything else. These guys down here. There's an interesting thing in this game. If you use all your ammo and then wait for like 30 seconds, it refills like everything for you. Although I see there, it kind of gave me a little bit. But like I said, at this early level, it's just so hard to get consistent DPS of these bosses, and they take forever to take down. And you'll see the reward screen. The experience that you get from doing this strike and the rewards are just not going to be anything to write home about. So when you get to the Moon, Venus, and Mars, it's probably a little bit more beneficial to do the strikes because you can actually get some rare gear from those. This one's only going to give you uncommons, and it's not going to be anything that you can't buy from the vendors in the tower. We'll get from the Cryptarch at this level. You can see we've only got him down to like quarter of his health. Beating on this guy for about 10 minutes now. This guy was he also likes to teleport all over the map, so get used to him running away after you do a little bit of damage to him. Revive that other guy. This boss would move out of the way. You're gonna get him. See, the ship shows up, it's going to drop off a couple rounds and fall in. It'll also shoot at you with its main cannon. That can really ruin your day in a hurry, so find cover when the ship shows up. Swarm all over me here. Alright, we got our golden gun. Use your super throughout these strikes. You know, don't sit on them. You know, if you've got a super up, go ahead and use it. Generate some orbs for your teammates that they will hopefully use. I can't guarantee they will, because I wind up playing with some guys who, just for whatever reason, just don't use their super. You know, I play a Titan orb generator build on my defender, and it just baffles me. I'm throwing orbs out left and right. The guys just don't want to pick them up. But anyways, we finally managed to kill the boss there. And usually he'll just drop a ether seeds. Now you see we got 2,200 experience, which barely even moved our XP bar there. So not the greatest reward for all that trouble and hassle. But like I said, use your super if you have it up. Kill ads with it. You know, I tend to not like to use them on the boss because they don't do a whole lot of damage. But use them on the ads. Create some orbs for your teammates that they'll hopefully use. You know, it just drives me nuts. I see guys like Sunsinger Warlocks who they sit on their Radiant Super the entire time and they never use it because they have that self-res perk or if they die, they can pop their super for a self-res. And they just sit there and they hang on to that the entire time. So you can see we just got everybody got a green reward. And you see this guy's probably doing it by himself because he's got so many kills there. I joined late, and then this guy was there too, but see, he's got 162 kills. He's probably doing the majority of that strike solo. Which God only knows how much time he actually took in that. So guys, that was the Devil's Lair strike, sort of. We didn't get to run through the entire thing. Hopefully later on, after we hit level 20, I'll get to show you that strike in its entirety. But as you can see, very time consuming. Probably not worth what we see. We got a helmet, a green helmet, which is 56 level 6. It's a lot better than what we have, so that's okay. But you can eventually buy stuff like that in the tower. I don't know if that was worth, you know, what we just had to sit through. We got a green engram for the boots. And what do we get down here? We got a new sparrow, which is kind of cool. And they'll vary. You'll get I got a blue and yellow one the first time I did that. I did that on my other character. I've gotten a red one, and this one's kind of an orange and brownish color. It looks kind of cool. Oh, a cool ride for that one's for a hunter. Series 22 Nomad helps hunters stalk swift prey. So we'll go ahead and use that since we're a hunter. So you can see we got bounties. We didn't get really much done with those. But that is it for the Devil's Lair for now. As you can see, we've unlocked the first mission on the moon, the Dark Beyond. That's what I'm going to be covering in the next episode. We're going to head to the moon, and we'll be there dealing with the Hive for quite a while. And then eventually we'll get Venus and the Reef and Mars unlocked. And you'll notice the Crucible is unlocked. If you want to go in and play some Crucible, you can try it at this level. I don't recommend it. You know, some people can do very well at this level, but you're going to be running into level 30s. And people that have a lot better gear and a lot better weapons with more perks on them, that, you know, it's going to be hard for someone like me to compete. I'm not the greatest PvP player. You know, my KD in this game hovers right around 1.0, so I'm just kind of average. I do enjoy the Crucible, but at this level I wouldn't even, you know, I'd rather have take my Titan at level 31 and go in there and have some fun. But that is an option if you want to get some experience and level up. You know, if you're stuck between levels and you, like, say your next mission is level 10 and you're only level 9, you can play some Crucible to get some XP, or you can go do patrols, or whatever you want to do. But anyways, guys, it's been Techno Viking 23 with another episode of the new player guide. Next time we're going to go head to the moon and start that arc of the story. I hope you guys have found this helpful. Please leave any comments you have below, and I will see you guys again next time.